Ho ho ho, and welcome back to the channel JI Colorist. My name is Jody and today is day 11 of our Christmas countdown using the Matchstick Mouse Christmas coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. Let's take a look at what we're coloring today. It is a owl mouse off getting a tree from the forest. This looks like a fun page and I've got some ideas on how to complete. This is my Stillman and Burns sketchbook. I wanted just to show you how I got the idea of this. I saw about a year and a half ago a YouTube video from Coloring with Kay, and she did a Northern Lights, and I think that the picture would be awesome to have the Northern Lights. We've got a clear starry sky here on the picture, so what I plan to do is add Northern Lights to it, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. You'll also notice that I am doing a voiceover for this video. I had problems with the audio, so I decided just to scrap it and do a total voiceover. So here I'm just describing to you what my plans for the page are. I'm going to do the top half of the page in black, and then I'm going to extend the bottom of the picture down to the bottom of the page. So you will see that shortly. I'm going to use Dollar Store acrylic matte paint. It only takes one coat, and I use a regular flat brush to apply it so it goes fairly quickly. Here I'm just using a cardboard cutout that I made. It's a circle that basically will mask off the picture so I don't accidentally cover the picture with paint. Now you see the top half's done. Just using bleed proof white to get rid of the lines that make it a circle. And then I'm going to use a fine liner and I'm going to extend that snowbank there and draw another snowbank on the bottom of the page. So just finishing off with the bleed proof white, and now I am taking some pearl metallic craft paint. I purposely did not overly clean my brush so that I'm making the path that's going through the forest kind of a dirty snowy brown. And it ends up also being a little bit reflective. So I'm just showing you here the path, and I will end up covering the snow later in the video. So while I'm just talking about this page, just wanted to say thank you very much for following these daily videos. It's been a joy to read all of your comments, and it's been a really nice time to spend with all the fellow colorists. And I hope that you're able to do a little bit of coloring every day as well. And if not, I hope you're at least relaxing watching these videos. Okay, let's get back to what I'm doing, which is just explaining basically how I made the snow and my thoughts behind it. So this time we have a new character on our page. It is an owl this time. And we've got a clear moon. So I also added a little bit of the pearl non-dirtied paint on the moon just to give it a little bit of reflectiveness. And I've also, while I was waiting for that, I had done the eyes, glossy accents on the eyes. So next I'm going to start on what I'm the most excited about, and that is the Northern Lights in the sky. So first off, I tested the colors that I wanted to use to make sure that they were the colors I wanted. And what I'm using is some Creatology, 6 different colors of the gel crayons. If the tips dried off, I just snipped off with my craft knife the ends so that they weren't so scratchy. So there's a little tip for you. I'm also going to use some matching metallic gel pens at the end. I took a piece of harder paper, actually it was watercolor paper, and I tore it kind of jaggedly so that it would be my stencil basically for the Northern Lights. You can use either the top or the bottom, and I keep those in my stencil area so I can reuse them later, so nothing will go to waste. So I'm just reviewing the sky and deciding exactly where I want the Northern Lights to go, And just a reminder that I learned this method from a video about a year and a half ago from Coloring with Kay, and I have linked her channel in the video description so that you can go check her videos out. And if you don't follow her, she's a great YouTube channel from the UK. I plan on doing a variety of northern lights in the sky, and I'm going to start up at the top and then work my way down. And I want to make sure that I include some of the actual picture area with the northern lights so that the black blends into the whole picture. So I'm just going to roll the up, and I'm going to rub it onto the paper, not onto my paper, the black paper, just onto the watercolor paper at this point. I'm going to do a bunch of colors at once so that I have them all done and I don't accidentally lift up the stencil. You can select whichever colors you choose, and then I'm going to use a clean finger, and I'm just going to rub from the watercolor paper up onto the black area. And I'm going to go straight up, and you can rub up a few times to move more of the gel crayon up if you need to. I'm kind of switching fingers there. It might not be obvious, but because you do want to keep the colors unique, so I have been either wiping my fingers off or switching them. Now I'm just going to move the stencil to another location, and I'm going to reapply the crayon. So I'll let you just watch this part. I got the idea of doing the northern lights because recently there's been a lot of northern lights showing in the sky lately. So if you live in an area that is has dark enough sky, meaning there's very little light pollution, usually you can see the northern lights right now. And there's been a lot of northern lights, not just here in Alberta, but all over. I've heard of people seeing the northern lights in many countries, so it's not just something here in Canada. But yeah, so I'm hoping that you're enjoying this. Here I am wiping off my fingers. I'd be interested to know if you get the northern lights in your country, and if you do, what country are you a colorist from? That'd be interesting to learn about. Okay, we have done enough in the top area of the page, and I'm now bringing the color and the northern lights down into the actual picture that Morgan O'Brien drew. And I'm doing this so that one, I bring some of the upper colors down into the picture, but two, also so that your eye kind of is drawn to the picture as a whole and you're not seeing the difference between just the circle of the page and the whole page. So I'm just trying to get your eye to think that this was a whole page to start with. And I think it works in the end, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments if this effect worked. Okay, this is the last of the Northern Lights part for the gel crayons. I will finish it up a little bit later in the video, but for now we're going to let the gel crayon dry and set, and we will continue on with the rest of the page. We're going to actually start doing the alcohol marker part of the coloring, and we are starting with our friend the mouse, Sam, and we are using our standard Copic markers and one Prismacolor marker that you see on the screen there. We've also got Wilbur, so we've already colored him, and then yeah, I'll just let you watch this part. And hopefully I don't miss any little mouse pieces this time. Goodness sakes. This is the one Prismacolor Premier marker that I do own, and I thought it was going to be running out, but it's holding its own so far. So cross your fingers that we make it to day 24 with this marker, but if not, we'll switch to one of my other Copics. But so far, it's working. Now we're going to do some table topics, and the question is, would you rather read the book or see the movie? And overall, I think that I would rather read the book, and that's because I find I read a book, and then if I go watch the movie or the TV series, they don't follow the book. The storyline usually gets changed, and then I just get disappointed because I liked the story and that's why I went to watch the movie, but then they haven't kept the storyline. So however, if it is a sci-fi like Star Wars or Star Trek, that kind of movie, I would prefer to watch the movie because I don't have a mind that can dream up all of the wonderful things that the Steven Spielbergs of the world can do. So I kind of both, but for most part, I say I would like to read the book. Using our typical colors to finish off our little mouse Sam here, and now we're going to start on the owl, and I want to bring in some colors from that I used in the sky. So I'm going to bring in a couple of purples, and I'm going to do the hat in purple. And so my question for you while you're watching this is, do you keep things the same? So we've been using the same 5 colors for Sam the mouse for all of these pages, and I just wondered if that's something that you do, or do you switch it up and you have your mouse gray one picture and brown the next. So I'd just be interested in knowing what your process is when you're coloring a book like this and you have the same character over and over. I'm just trying to create a highlight on this hat brim, so that's why I had 2 different colors going on. I'm not sure if it works. I'm still learning the whole life of as a marker. So if you have any tips on markers, or a person that you think does markers really well and I should watch, then let me know. And here I am trying to decide if that dot on the top of that hat is actually a star or it's a pom-pom, and I think I've decided this time it's a pom-pom, and yesterday's video it was a star. So here I am with a green marker now, and I'm just doing some of the foliage on the ground and getting some more of this picture colored. Okay, we're going to color the tree now, and I'm going to use 2 markers from the Studio 71 series that I am desperately trying to use up. The next question is, where's your favorite place to sit at home? And because this is a coloring channel, we're going to talk about where is my favorite place to sit while I color at home. And that would have to be in my office / art room. I've done a short video on my art space or my creative space here at the house, and so you can take a look at that video if you would like. It's just a quick video. I enjoy staying in this room. I find I color best on a hard surface on a desk type area, so that's and I love looking out my window while I color. So, but I'd be love to hear if you've got a favorite space in your house. Where's that space that you like to color? Comment below. Okay, we're going to go into supersonic speed and get this tree colored because it's all one color of green and not all that exciting. I really should have added some bleed-proof white as some snow or something. In fact, we'll do that at the end. We're going to start with the owl and get him colored. And I believe I'm going to select gray as an owl color. And we're not going to color the whole owl. We're just going to take some gray and basically add some little marks on him to give an indication of gray and more like feathers. Owls are my favorite bird, or one of my favorite birds anyway, so this guy is awfully cute, and I wonder if he shows up in other pictures. We'll have to look ahead. Okay, we are now ready to tackle the snow drifts, and this time I am trying 3 different colors of Copic markers, all very light. So I've got a very light pink, a light blue, and a light purple. So I'm just telling you it's R20, and that one didn't have a color name. It was very strange. The next one is blue and then prune. I'm just going to lightly highlight some of the areas with this, and then I'm going to come back and do the blue underneath all of those other colors that I already did, and then I will come in with the, I believe we use Recollections glitter paste. Yes, we do. So this is just me adding a bit of color to the snow. And then I've also decided that we better finish coloring the darn mouse. So the mouse's scarf this time is going to be blue, and I'm just going to use two different colors of blue. One to a little bit darker so that there's a bit of a shadow because it is a two-tiered scarfy kind of thing. And I also wanted to bring some of the blue, there's a bit of blue in the sky, down into the picture. Okay, we are now ready to finish the Northern Lights, and what I'm going to do is take the 6 different colors of gel pen that I have selected that match the gel crayons, and I'm just going to test them on the black paper to make sure that I've got the right colors. And then I'm going to take, so this is the purple, and I'm going to draw a line directly underneath the gel crayon. And if you want to do this, I think it just adds a little bit, but you don't need to do this either. So it's totally up to you. And so you'll just watch me do this. So I use the same color, and I will do all the little spots of the same color before moving to the next one. Okay, and my Northern Lights are finished. What do you think? Was this a good add to this page? I think it turned out lovely. And to finish off the page, we're now going to take some bleed-proof white and a stiff stencil brush and put some stars in the sky. Since it's a bright sky, it needs some stars. Here I am using a silver gel pen just to highlight a few of the plain stars and add a few circles to imitate stars in the sky, just 2 or 3. And the rest of the sky I'm leaving blank. So I'm not going to color the stars, I'm going to leave them white because I think that it totally works with this page. Now we are ready to start our snow with a palette knife and a jar of Recollections glitter paste. I'm going to smear, kind of like peanut butter, the Recollections glitter paste, and while we're doing that, I'll answer the question. If you had to downsize, what would you get rid of? So keeping this again as a coloring question, if you had to downsize, what coloring supplies or art supplies would you get rid of? And I would have to say I would get rid of anything that I purchased and then decided that I'm actually not going to use. So if there's a coloring book that is probably never going to get colored in, I would like to get that into the hands of somebody else who would color them. I would also definitely get rid of my Thule Art plastic nibbed glitter paint pens because those are the bane of my existence at the moment. And yeah, so those would be the 2 items probably that I would get rid of. And maybe any budget pencils that I have that I bought just to do like a video on and that I'm not using, just get those to someone who could use them. I'm going to use, back to the picture, the glitter paste also on his pom-pom. So yeah, so no stickles today at all. We're just going to keep this page simple. Okay, to apply the Recollections glitter paste medium to the pom-pom, I'm going to use a silicone tipped tool just because the palette knife is a little bit large for that area. I'm also going to give a little bit to the hat pom-pom for our owl friend because what the heck, he can have some sparkle too. And then we will have a few more items and then we'll be done this picture. I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching this video, and here is our final look at the page. I hope you enjoyed today. Again, if you want to check out Coloring with Kay, she is a fantastic YouTube channel. I did add a little bit of bleed proof white to the tree. You can see there's a little bit of snow on there, so that just added a little bit there. What do you think? I'd be interested in knowing how you think this page turned out. I do apologize again for the voiceover, but I'm hoping that it worked out anyways. Until tomorrow, have a great day.